My experience with online dating, I haven't done too much of it because it's disappointing every time. It's a little clinical. This person puts on this representative, and they write their bios and stuff to the person they want to be in a relationship, but not necessarily the person they are. Pictures too are super deceiving as well. It's not quite what you're getting. The ones I've tried are Bumble, Tinder, whether it was a hookup or I don't know, just a very unstructured kind of process that just never resulted in anything, and I found it didn't, none of them carried on. Do I think that other platforms are too superficial and the process is too easy to get a profile set up? Yeah, and it shows. It's just quick. It's a couple pictures, and it puts on this facade for a person, and they get to word it the way they want. I think the process should be a little more lengthy, and I guess it lacks professionalism, most of the platforms. I don't think their end goal is the success of the users by any mean. Again, it's more about the quantity of users and how successful the business is. So the other problem with these dating apps is that it's almost feeding into our social addictions, and you're swiping and swiping and swiping, and it becomes more about trying to find the perfect image that somebody took in the perfect lighting. And at the end of the day, I just want to go on a date. Just want to go on a date and not make it this lengthy process that's, convoluted. And I think that's when Moment's going to change. I think it's a really great personalized process. It's had a lot of careful thought put into it. And I don't know, it takes the exhaustion out of the whole process of trying to meet somebody and get yourself out there. So I'm stoked. I think there's a lot of stigma definitely behind dating apps, and the last thing this world needs is another dating app. But if you can make it a little more organic and fix some of those problems that a lot of these companies like Bumble or Tinder have, I don't know, kind of taken away from the whole dating game, then I'm all for it. So I truly believe this app is going to change the industry, and its focus is so much more on its customers than how many customers they have, and I think it's a game changer. I'm in my 30s. I come from a generation that had none of this, and so we're used to a more organic approach. And I think the hardest part for anybody who's even late 20s, 30s, is that it's exhausting and it feels like a chore, and so it takes the fun out of it, and you might even ruin the experience with somebody else, because when you go to meet them, you're just so exhausted by this process, and it's not fair. You're giving them all your energy, and you've already been jaded by how you feel, setting your profile up and going back with this semantical banter and stuff like that. And so I think that's what's going to set Moments aside from everything else. It takes that exhausting process out of things, and it makes it a more organic experience with, I don't know, there's more passion in it, and it's exciting. So you're based upon a science that's you're being paired up or matched up with people that are gonna naturally stand out to you, even if you're out in a crowd or organically. I don't know.